Emily Cutchin's Antler, the buttery babe, coming to you from my quarantine kitchen. What does that mean? It means I haven't left my house in 6 weeks. So while we have plenty of food, it is not normally the food we eat. It's okay, because there's still tequila. Yes. Oh yes, we're having Tequila Queso Dip, and it's gonna be delicious. Come, see what we've got going. In this lovely bowl, the bunny, who is filling in for Camera Girl, has shredded up 1 pound of cheese. It is a mix of Monterey Jack and Pepper Jack. Then we have half an onion complemented with 2 scallions, because that's what we have. 1 clove of garlic, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 can of my favorite evaporated milk. This is a Poblano Pepper, and half a tomato. Oh, and the key ingredient, of course, 3 ounces of tequila. I only had a little bit before we started. So, how did I roast my Poblano pepper? The bunny brought me home a Poblano pepper from the store. I rinsed it under water and shoved it under the broiler. But my broiler's pretty hot, so after turning it in every direction until the skin was nice and charred, took about 10 minutes. I let it sit on the counter about 10 more minutes till it was cool, and then I peeled it off. I did not rinse it. I like those little smoky, delicious bits. So, let's get the party started. We're going to turn on our pan to medium heat, and then put in just about a teaspoon of olive oil to get the party started. And then we're going to put in our greenery. So this was half an onion and 2 scallions, because that's what I have. If you only have scallions, use them. If you've got a whole onion, do it. If you have a red onion, it'll be fine. We're pretty low-key here in quarantine. If in your quarantine kitchen, or in real life, it doesn't really matter, you do not have a Poblano pepper, you can use jalapeno peppers. You can use a can of drained chilies in the can. That's fine too. Or if you don't have any tomato, you can totally leave it out. It's fine. Another option is if you get a can of the Rotel, the chilies with the tomato, drain that, save the juice for something else, and stick that in an oven-proof thing under the broiler for a few minutes to make it all roasty and toasty. It'll be delicious. So, as I said, we have the onion and the scallion, little oil, just a pinch of salt to get it going. We're going to saute that until the onion starts to get golden brown and delicious. You hear the onion talking when I'm shockingly quiet. It's telling you it's happy, that it's love and light. It's going to love it even more in a few minutes. So we can let that sit for a second while it does its thing. I like to stir, so I often don't do that. While that's cooking, we're going to take our tablespoon of cornstarch and put it in with the cheese. This dish works best if you grate the cheese fresh instead of using already grated. The already grated in the bag has an anti-caking agent, which is similar to the cornstarch we're using, but not quite as smooth melting. If that's what you have, that'll be fine. If you have a little bit of cream cheese, that'll also be good in here. Just put in a couple, 2-3 ounces. If you don't have white cheese, you can do orange cheese. It just won't be queso blanco. It'll be plain old queso. If you've got some Velveeta, that'll be good too. Anything makes it yummy. See how we're getting some nice brown? That's perfect. Now we're going to add in our garlic and our tomato. And this was fresh tomato. You can use a bit of canned tomato if you've got it. You can leave it out. You've only got a couple spoonfuls of salsa. You put that in there too. It'll be extra yummy. It's getting nice and brown at the bottom. That's perfectly okay because we want to develop the flavor. Gonna let this cook for a second. All the juices from the tomato are gonna come out and get delicious. See how it's starting to break down a little bit already, which was what we're looking for. That's not a bad thing. Garlic's getting golden. So we're going to let that sit for a second more. We'll put in our Poblano peppers. And that looks good already. Yes, it does. Now, for the fun part, we're going to add tequila. Let that bubble for a few minutes. We're going to cook off the alcohol. If you don't have any tequila, I'm sorry, you can use a beer. A lighter beer will be good in here. Corona would be great, but any white or light in flavor beer is good. A dark beer will be a little too strong for here. You could also just use some water or some veggie stock. It smells good. Okay, so now that that's bubbling away, we're gonna let it go for just another second. And we opened our can in 2 spots. So you want to do that so that the air can come in and let the milk out, and that we shook very well before we opened it. Hopefully it comes out. I don't have good luck with cans. There it goes. Probably, you could also open the can all the way, which would have been a smarter and faster move, but I don't always think fast. I move slow. And we're in no rush right now. We can't leave the house. Ooh, look at that dairy goodness. Okay, so that's all in. Like we are all in Illinois. We're going to stir that for a second and let it come to a simmer, which is just gentle bubbles around the side. We don't need it to boil right now. That. Then we'll just move everything around so we are ready. It'll take just a minute to come back up to temperature. See, it's starting to go. Again, we're just looking for a few bubbles around the edges. It does not need to boil. You actually don't want to boil the cheese anyway. It'll get tough. So now we're going to start with 1 handful of our delicious cheese blend. 1 handful. And we're going to mix it in. If you want to do this with a whisk, you can. I already have the spatula out and dirty, so that's what we're going to use. So that's doing its thing. And now we're going to add another handful. So basically, I mean, I will show you, but the gist of what we're doing is, oh, that little piece of cheese is going to melt there, and I'm going to have to clean the oven. There we go. You're going to put in the cheese handful by handful, stirring between each addition, because you want the first handful to melt before you put in the second one. That song's been stuck in my head for 2 weeks, and I don't think it's gonna leave. Okay, so that handful's melted. This might take me longer than it takes you because I have little hands. If you have bigger hands, your handfuls will be larger, and the additions will be quicker. Though it won't necessarily melt any faster, it'll just be less movement. I'm so excited about queso. Queso is delicious. The bunny and I have been known to go to our favorite little Mexican restaurant and sit at the bar and just have margaritas and queso and not any actual food. And it's really one of my favorite date nights. This is excellent to serve with chips, of course, which we will be doing. You could do veggie sticks if you're that kind of human. The spoon is great. Excellent vehicle for getting it into your mouth. It's also good as a topping on your tacos if you want to make them extra luxurious and delicious. If you have leftovers for chance, which we will, because there's a lot of cheese dip for two, you're going to keep them in the fridge, and then you can reheat it gently over a low burner. Just add in a couple tablespoons of milk to get it going again. Or you can put it in the crock pot for about 30 minutes on low. Or if you have a microwave, which I'm assuming all of you do, I do not. You can microwave it for 30 seconds and then give it a stir. And then check on it, see if it needs more. My cousin got me a microwave as a joke. It is sitting in its box in the corner where it will forever, because I have no need for it, even though I do like microwave popcorn. But, so, see how nice and delicious that's getting? Make sure as you're stirring, you hit the sides of the pan so that everything gets fully incorporated and delicious. You can also add some chopped cilantro if you have it in the house. And if it isn't spicy enough for you, a couple dashes of your favorite hot sauce. I like Cholula. And in goes the rest of the cheese. Ooh, look at it go. So that's the last handful, which I really just kind of squished in there as you saw. So we're going to give it a few more stirs to fully melt. And see how we took our time? See how we took our time? So it's not clumpy or gross. It's nice and smooth and luscious and delicious. So that is our quarantine queso dip. Perfect with a margarita or some Corona. I'm Emily Cutchins-Adler, the Buttery Babe. Thanks for visiting me here under Shelter in Place. Please feel free to visit me on Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, LinkedIn, or of course, my very own website, www.butterybabe.com.